Have you ever noticed something strange about kindness? The kinder you are, the more people seem to take. The more you give, the less they appreciate. And one day, you wake up exhausted, drained, empty, wondering how being such a good person turned into such a painful burden. This is a truth most kind people learn too late. Being good doesn't always protect you. Sometimes, it slowly destroys you. You say yes when your soul is screaming no. You help even when your body begs for rest. You give and give and give until there's nothing left inside you. And the cruel irony? The moment you finally stop, the moment you set boundaries, they don't thank you for everything you did. They call you selfish, cold, changed. But what if the real danger was never kindness itself, but kindness without wisdom? Let me tell you a story. In a quiet village lived a man named Thomas. Everyone knew him. Thomas was the man who always helped, the man who never refused, the man with the warm smile and open heart. If someone needed help fixing a house, Thomas was there. If someone needed money, Thomas gave it. If someone needed someone to listen, Thomas sacrificed his time. Thomas is such a good man, the villagers would say. So generous, so kind. And Thomas believed them. He believed his kindness made him valuable. He believed his goodness kept him safe. But every night, when the village grew quiet, Thomas collapsed into bed with aching bones and a heavy heart. He felt tired, drained, empty, and he couldn't understand why. One morning, his neighbor, Mr. Harrison, knocked on his door. "Thomas, I need help fixing my roof. Can you come today?" Thomas had planned to rest. His back was sore from helping others all week. But when he saw Mr. Harrison standing there, he couldn't say no. Under the burning sun, Thomas worked all day. His hands blistered. His muscles screamed. When he finally finished, Mr. Harrison looked up and said, "Good. Same time next week. I need the fence fixed too." "No thank you. No concern. Just another demand." That night, Thomas stared at the ceiling, whispering to the darkness, "Why don't they appreciate me? Why is it never enough?" Days later, his friend Robert came asking to borrow money. "Just 50 coins, Robert said. "I'll pay you back next month. I promise." Thomas had heard that promise before, 3 times, and none were kept. Still, Thomas gave the money. Months passed. No repayment. No apology. When Thomas finally asked, Robert snapped. "What? We're friends. Friends don't keep count." In that moment, something broke inside Thomas. He gave everything, and somehow he became the villain. Then came the village meeting. They needed to build a new well. Before Thomas could speak, someone said, "Thomas will do it. He always helps." Everyone nodded. Decision made. Without his consent, Thomas sat there silently, heart sinking. That night, by the river, he realized the truth. His kindness had become his prison. As Thomas sat by the river, an old merchant passing through the village stopped beside him. "You look like a man who gives everything and receives nothing," the merchant said. Thomas looked up, surprised. "How did you know?" The merchant smiled sadly. "I see it in your eyes." Then he asked a simple question. "How do you feel?" Thomas answered honestly. "Exhausted. Empty. Used." The merchant nodded. "That's because kindness without wisdom is not kindness," he said. "It's self-destruction." Thomas frowned. "But isn't helping people the right thing to do?" "Yes," the merchant replied. "But not everyone deserves your help. Not every request deserves your yes. When you help everyone," he continued, "your help becomes worthless. When you're always available, people stop valuing your time. When you never say no, people stop respecting your yes." Those words struck Thomas like lightning. "So what should I do?" he asked. The merchant looked him straight in the eyes. "Be kind, but be strategic. Give, but protect yourself. Your goodness is a gift. Don't waste it on people who exploit it." The next morning, Mr. Harrison knocked again. "Thomas, ready to fix my fence?" Thomas took a deep breath. For the first time in his life, he said, "No." Mr. Harrison froze. "What? But you always help." "I'm tired," Thomas replied calmly. "You'll have to find someone else." Anger flashed across Mr. Harrison's face. "You've changed." Thomas closed the door, hands shaking, heart pounding. But for the first time, he felt free. When Robert asked for money again, Thomas said no. When guilt was thrown at him, Thomas stood firm. "You never respected my kindness," he said. "So I won't lend it to you anymore." "You're not the same person," Robert snapped. Thomas smiled softly. "You're right. I'm wiser now." At the next village meeting, Thomas stood up. "I will still help," he said, "but not alone. I will still give, but my time will be respected. I will be kind, but only to those who value kindness. Some villagers felt ashamed. Others felt angry. But Thomas felt peace. Weeks passed. Something changed. People spoke to Thomas with respect. They offered help in return. They said thank you. One day, a young farmer approached him. I need help, the farmer said. But I'll pay you, and I'll help you whenever you need. Thomas smiled. For the first time, his kindness felt honored. When the old merchant returned, he found a different man. Stronger, calmer, whole. I feel free, Thomas said. I learned that being good doesn't mean being weak. It means being wise. And if you are listening to this today, if you're the one who always says yes, always helps, always gives, hear this. Your kindness is not a weakness, but kindness without boundaries will destroy you. Protect your energy. Choose wisely. Give to those who appreciate, not those who exploit. You are not selfish for saying no. You are wise. Being kind is beautiful, but being strategically kind is powerful.